Hello, my people, and welcome to another day of stories. We're going to do this super speed. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, then click the bell, Quasimodo style, then click the thumbs up because that's a like button if you like the video. Even if you don't like the video, click the thumbs up because this channel is thumbs up and thumbs up is thumbs up. Whew, let's roll. As many of you are aware, I am an air traffic controller, and I get the beauty and the awesomeness of sitting up in the sky talking to airplanes who have pilots in them. Just being a hero, it's what I do. Someone the other day thought I actually talked to the airplane. I do feel bad because there are some controllers that work in a place called a center, and there's no windows there. It's dark like a dungeon. They're still doing really great things, but they don't get to look at all the things I get to look at. But yes, I sit 255 feet in the air and I see amazing things. You think that you've seen sunsets? I've seen them all. They're gorgeous. They're fantastic. I've seen them in all shapes, colors, cloud formations, and everything else. Sunrises, much the same, NBD. Weather phenomena galore. The other day, I saw a wall of clouds approaching from the west, 600 feet tall. A literal wall of clouds, guys. Did you see that movie, The Mummy, with Brendan Fraser back in the day? And there's like that sand wall that's just coming right at them, and the mummy's about to like eat them and everything. It was just like that, with the exception that it was clouds instead of sand. And there was no mummy in it. But it was the same. It was the same. All of a sudden, it just engulfed everything. It was so cool, and that's just one day. One day where I sit up there and I am the master of all I survey. What I see is my kingdom, as long as you're an airplane. If you're not, then I'm the silent overlord. I still rule. I'm still on the throne. You just don't know about it. But if you're out there, hello, my people. I was going to tell a different story today, but then something happened this morning, and it just rocked into my brain what we needed to talk about today, because it's happened so I can't even express how many times it's happened, because it happens a lot. But while I enjoy ruling Sky Kingdom, there are other threats. Here there be dragons. I'm kidding, they're not dragons, they're birds. They're birds. They're birds of prey. Praying birds, not like prayers, like eat your face off birds, like Anyways, this morning I was gonna tell a different story until I was sitting there and this bird decides to just fly, like, just right by. And it's like, do you guys see that? And then, a little while, the bird came back and I nicknamed him Deathwish because he'd just fly up. Did that scare you? If I was watching this and hadn't also shot it myself, that would have scared me. Well, that's what the bird did, because all of a sudden you're just sitting there and something's coming right at you and then veers away, and it will catch you off guard because you're not used to something hovering around at 255 feet in the air while you're just sitting up there ruling the kingdom and everything, and then something just... So I thought about it for a second, and there have been so many bird-related incidents, and we know about birds and airplanes. There's miracles and Hudsons involved. We know about the birds and the airplanes. It's no good. When birds hit an airplane, they're both moving and the bird just kind of goes... But in a tower, we are a stationary nest. We are a place for them to sit and look and watch for rodents and other things, and then look at us with creepiness in their eye. So I thought I'd tell you a couple bird stories. Some of them are super cool. I have watched a falcon come in right by the tower and dive right down, swoop back up with a whistle pig in his claws. But make no mistake, when that bird perches on a rail and rips open the whistle pig, it will haunt your dreams. There was one time, you know, as I'm saying this, it's not just waterfowl, it's all avians. I need to double check if that's their name. I just looked, and avian is relating to all birds. All the birds are on my list. If I was Alfred Hitchcock, I would not make that movie because I don't want them. I don't want them, don't need them, don't like them, not interested in them because they're all bad. One time when I was at Twin Falls Tower, I walked outside onto the catwalk just to get some fresh air, just to enjoy, and apparently a couple of little sparrows had made a nest somewhere and they saw me as a threat and then just started dive bombing me, coming after me, and I'm just whipping at them. I ran inside like a sissy because I'm master of all I survey, but only inside of my glass bubble, because they were to peck through. I mean, it's game over. That movie, they go through the glass. That's another time. I go over to the refrigerator in the tower at Twin Falls. I open the door, I get my drink, and I look out. 25 owls sitting out there around the rail. All of them just looking in. They're not looking out. They're not looking for prey. They're looking inside, as though it's just like, you look like something we'd like to partake of. But the creepiest thing involving a bird was on that same night when it was super windy and I looked out and the beacon was going around. And then I noticed that in the light was an owl. So he's just sitting there hovering in the wind. And then all of a sudden he just turns his head and looks me right in the eye. In fact, I have a video of that. I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna look for that so I can show you that owl eyeballing me. He was crazy. For the record, the video was taken by my supervisor who was off duty and was getting ready to leave, but it was so crazy that we were looking out there. He stayed and then he filmed it. Wow. Let it be stated henceforth that I am now the enemy of all birds. I take that back. I don't know about the ostrich yet. He doesn't fly. He just runs real fast, and he might be real obnoxious and annoying, in which case he would make the list. But at this moment in time, he's not on the list. But all other birds are on that list. All of them, maybe not the penguins. The penguins, those guys, no, they're okay. I'll leave penguins and ostrich. Those are off the list. I want to make if you are a drawing person, I want an ostrich holding the hand of a penguin. I'll put it on a T-shirt. Okay, that'll be good. Avoid the birds because the avian plague is no bueno. I'll be honest, I kind of wish the bird flu just took care of them. Just no more birds. But apparently some of them are resilient, so we'll have to come up with other measures. I don't understand. They have all of the air. Why do they need to be where I'm at? As a little side story to make you guys smile, one time Boise was completely fogged in, 100%, and this aircraft was flying in and he reported a bird strike. When that happens, I have to ask him what kind of bird, is there any damage, all that kind of stuff. So I'm on the phone with him, which is a recorded line. I say, what kind of bird was it? And his response was, well, it looked like a pterodactyl, but it was probably a goose. I saw that as the opportunity of a lifetime. When you put that report in, it goes all the way up to headquarters, all the way to Washington, D.C. And the big dog chiefs, they all read all that. What better thing to put in the report than exactly what the pilot said, word for word, verbatim? Because when else am I going to get to put the word pterodactyl on a government form? A couple hours goes by and the supervisor comes up and goes, really? A pterodactyl? Check the tapes. I hope you guys have a great week. I'll see you next Friday. Until then, keep telling stories.